YouTube, welcome to Bama's Very Own Speaks. I am Bama's Very Own, back again with an ever so important video for the people, for the culture. Now, since it's Black History Month and it closely relates to the topic at hand, I'm gonna go back in history a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go back during the civil rights movements. Okay, during the civil rights movement, the government became very concerned with what Black people, Black prominent leaders, and Black organizations were doing during that time as far as coming together collectively to almost become a political party to push their agenda, the Black agenda, which were at the time civil rights, equal equality, or whatnot as an American. So what the government did was send out operatives or spies to infiltrate these organizations or infiltrate the circles of these prominent leaders and to collect information to also destabilize those organizations. So it's well noted in history as far as in the NAACP, before it was NAACP. Martin Luther King was being watched by the FBI and CIA. Malcolm X as well was being watched. The Nation of Islam was infiltrated by the CIA, FBI. Also, Black Panther Party was infiltrated. So a lot of these organizations and assassination style leader was directly correlated to the information that were gathered by these spies or whatnot. So that's not what people like to talk about most of the time, all right? There were also spies sent out into the music industry because where most Blacks listened to at that time were Black artists. They understood the influence music had on Black people. Their agenda was to also collect information, destabilize the music, and a lot of times censor the music of a lot of these Black artists. So a lot of these Black artists couldn't actually speak on what was going on. They had to keep everything general. So that's well noted that this is the government MO. Now fast forward to 2019, okay? Sunday, during Super Bowl Sunday, February 3rd, rapper 21 Savage was arrested by ICE, and it was released that he was a UK citizen and that he had overstayed his visa. He had been here since 2005. I think he was like 11 years old or 12 years old. We checked the numbers on that. But regardless, he was being deported back to the UK, which stunned the Black community, all right? Everybody was stunned. I was stunned. I would have never thought 21 Savage, and I don't listen to his music really like that. I know of his more popular songs, I've heard them, but I would have never thought that 21 Savage was from the UK, all right? Guy has street cred. He's well known in rap circles, and it just seemed like that kind of thing would have came out, all right? He doesn't have any kind of British accent at all, and he's supposed to be from Atlanta, so he had really been here since 2005, 2006, and made his rise, and I think he's been on the scene since about 2013, okay? So that's almost 5-6 years on the rap scene, and now he was being arrested by ICE. So Black Twitter community and Instagram community, I saw they you know, of course the memes came and the jokes about 21 Savage being from the UK, and people were laughing about it. And then when people outside of the race made a comment about it, they started kind of going back and forth with them, which I don't understand that's what Black community do. Like, okay, we were laughing at it, but if somebody else laugh at it, then it's racist or whatnot, and, you know, whatever. But like always, we are not asking the right questions as Black people. We always had this very surface viewpoint of things. Things are what they are in our opinion of it, but we don't really look deeper into things. We debate or argue amongst each other, and then we move on with our life. But we don't ask the right questions. Like, my first question would be, why didn't this information come out sooner? 21 Savage is a rapper in a day and age that we live in with social media and the internet and access to information. You would think someone would have exposed him from actually being from the UK and not originally from Atlanta, especially as a rapper. Many rappers have been exposed in this day and age. You would think maybe someone from his past or someone that he was beefing with or whatnot. Why didn't this come out earlier? I don't know. Maybe there was an agenda to not have it come out, right? Because a pretty good job of how long he been in the public eye, and nobody to ever mention that he was from UK at all. At all. Second question I will pose. Why now? Why is this information coming out now? A day or two earlier, 21 Savage made a video on his social media talking about how 6ix9ine was talking to the federal government and how he was a snitch, how he was a rat, and pretty much saying that he wasn't cool with that. Maybe they were like, oh, really? Okay, we're gonna expose you. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But why now? Now, do I believe 21 Savage is an agent? I don't know. I'm not saying that if he's some type of spy agent, but I find that mighty strange that now he's just being deported. And it's been said before that there are industry plants in the rap game, okay? It's guys purposely planted here to spread a message. They're sponsored, okay? They're sponsored to spread a message, and I believe to destabilize the black community, because people don't understand that music is the gateway to the soul and the subconscious mind, okay? Music is the gateway to the soul and subconscious mind. When we listen to music, it goes straight to our subconscious and our soul and stays there. That's why you cannot hear a song for 5 to 10 years, 15, 20 years, whatever the case may be, and someone plays that song and you can almost remember every lyric to that song, and it would bring back a feeling or emotion to that point in time. You can't tell me that music has no effect. It does. All right? And you can actually look this up as well. There are certain notes and melodies and combination of melodies and notes and frequencies that can be used to programs and tap into the subconscious mind to program people. Go look it up. Now, the rapper Tenacion passed away from gun violence, right? But it was word that prior to him being killed, he was going to make a positive change to a lot of his music. And he started to turn his life around. He actually did an interview where he discussed programming and frequencies and hertz and tapping into the subconscious mind. So you can't tell me that this music doesn't have influence. What are some of the talking points of this music nowadays to a lot of these rappers, these new generation rappers? Drug usage, drug selling, gun violence, the taking of life, the degradation of women, and putting money on a pedestal or worshiping money. Hate for the next brother. I don't care what rap song you have out there. Most mainstream rap contains these rapping points or talking points. Speaking of XXXTentacion and 21 Savage, what do they have in common just off top? Now, I haven't looked into either discography or music catalog. I'm sure other things, but off top, physically, they had a cross tattoo in the middle of their forehead. Right there. Somewhat very similar. Now, it was a push maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. Some of the more popular rappers in the game right now, where a lot of these guys started pushing face tattoos. A lot of face tattoos. All right? Now, what's the difference? Because tattoos have always been a part of hip hop culture, but people just had it on their arms, the chest, back, whatnot. But what's the difference with face tattoos? I mean, the tattoos are always on your face, so that's what people are seeing. Okay? 6ix9ine, Lil Pump, I think Lil Uzi Vert, a lot of rappers, okay? So why some of the tattoos being very, very similar? So is this some type of programming as well? Is this some type of programming? I don't know. I'm just asking questions to get us thinking, okay? Because now we're not asking questions and we just taking things how it is and arguing amongst each other about low-level nonsense. And I know I'm not the only one. All these new artists, new rappers come up, and you see them, they have their face tattoos and their different color hair and they're weird, and you listen to their music and you like, what are they saying? He can't even rap. Like, how is this person even have even a fan base? How is this person big? How does this person have a large following on social media? How is this person getting airplay? You like, this guy can't even rap a form. Like, he's not even making sense. He's not even on beat. What's the agenda? Now it's almost, to me, it's just blatantly in your face and they're making a mockery of it. Just, I feel like it's people behind the scenes like, let's see how far I can push this. Let's put them rainbow color hair. Let's make them wear dresses and, you know, have certain wardrobes on. Let's make them say certain stuff. Like, now I feel like it's just blatantly apparent out there. How are these guys getting on? Who are sponsoring these guys? But enough money behind someone, enough of social media following, like, you don't know if those followers are real. You see this rapper, he's already have 50K followers. That's what it tells you. And he's like, oh, okay, I like his music. Along with the notes in the music, what he's saying, the tattoos, the programming, and all of a sudden, boom, he's a rap star. And he was put there because the sheep will follow. That's what most of the black community are gonna do. They're gonna follow whatever is hot. So is 21 Savage an agent? Is he a plant? I don't know. What I do know is some things are just not making sense. I don't feel like this is a conspiracy theory video. I think this is a critical thinking video. I think this is a rational video. I think this is let's ask the right questions type of video. Let's go beyond the surface type of video. In order to understand what's going on right now and what's coming up in the future, you must understand the past. That's why I brought up the civil rights movement. Now, in that time, I don't think our ancestors would have thought that they were being puppeted and engineered and pitted against each other and puppeteered and programmed, taken out and infiltrated. I'm sure they wouldn't have thought that in that time. But, you know, 40, 50, 60 years later, when they released all those files and you like, what? Martin Luther King was being watched. Malcolm X was being watched. Nation of Islam was infiltrated. Martin Luther King was wiretapped. The music industry was infiltrated and black artists were censored. You're like, wow, okay. Now I know why it was so hard. Watch and monitor the type of music you listen to and what you allow into your soul and subconscious. And ask questions. Never take things for what they are. Know your history. Understand your history and apply that to what's going on today. I will be very cautious of what you allow your kids to hear. There are viral videos on the internet, all over the internet, where a popular hit song is being played by one of your favorite artists, and the babies, sometimes infants, are responding and they're dancing and they're shaking their head and everybody's laughing like, oh, that's so cute, that's so cute. But why is that baby responding to that type of music? And he doesn't understand words right now. He doesn't understand different words in the song, but he's mocking it. He's trying to repeat it. Think about that. Oh, it's just a good song. It has a good beat. It has a good melody. And not looking past that point. Think about that. If you enjoyed this video, if it gave you something to think about, like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out some of my other videos. Comment below. What do you think? What do you think? Like I said, I'm not saying the man is an agent, but it just makes you think, okay, if this guy can infiltrate our community and become a role model and a staple in the community where people look up to, like, what else is being done? Comment below. Until next time, Bama's very own, out.